Well, thank you for doing this with me. I'm going to guide you through a little journey. So I have been living in LA for almost 10 years. And as you know, LA and the United States is more in the forefront of things a lot of times. So it's exciting times, and I'm super thrilled to be here and just to show you what I've been working on and what is coming to Europe and how you can be a part of it. So I'm just going to guide you a little bit about who I am, what the projects are that I've been doing, and show you some workflows. You've heard the word workflow, I think, already 4 times. I would like to do a drinking game where every time Matt and I say workflow, we have to drink because that would be a very fun night. So if you have questions, what it means like an AI workflow, why are you using this word so many times, come to us. We're gonna deep dive into it. We're nerding out about that stuff. So please ask us questions. We love that kind of stuff. All right, so who am I? I come from the traditional storytelling and filmmaking background, like most of you guys. I started in TV production and TV writing. And these are some of the platforms and production companies that I worked for. I produced some shows like History of Sitcoms, Story of Late Night, that aired at CNN, some BBC shows. I wrote for X Factor, das Unfassbare, mit Manu Berg. So if you know that show, I feel like everybody knows that show. It's such a classic, and now it's back. So, and many more. Yeah. So I come from the world that we're all in. And I was very similar, like you were like, is it's gonna take away our jobs? Like, what is it doing? Can I work with it? Do I want to work with it? And I decided, well, what do I want? All the projects that I've done, the most important thing was storytelling. Storytelling is at the forefront of everything I'm doing. But there's one problem with storytelling. To bring a script to screen takes so much time. So many years, and I think most of you know that. It can take 2 years, which is aspirational, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. It takes forever. And as Stephanie, I'm a very impatient person. And I asked myself, I'm 36. How many years do I have to live, and how much time do I have to make movies? If every project takes 5 years, that's not going to be that many movies. And I want to make a bunch. So I decided, how about I fix it in post? AI basically lets you pull post-production into the pre-production process. And my vision of what I want other people to see, I can already show. I don't need a long process. I can prompt exactly what is in my head. And the good thing is, if I prompt and it doesn't look like it, I can do it again, and I can do it again, and I can do it again, until I like it. And that cost me a couple minutes. Maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, but definitely not years. And definitely also not millions of dollars, which is nice, especially as an independent filmmaker. And you know how hard it is sometimes to get funding, especially millions of dollars. So just prompting in order to get a product that then you can go to financiers, you can go to other production companies, producers, and show, this is my vision. This is what it's gonna look like. Can we make that happen? That removes the whole communication, the Kickstarter campaigns that take months in order to get $25,000 to make this thing that you have written 3 years ago. All of that is gone, and I can do it instantly. That for me was mind-blowing and so thrilling that I can green-light my own projects.
Right.
Immediately. I just need a computer. So, about a year ago, I banded together with some folks in LA, and we decided to make a project, a music video, for a global AI competition called Project Odyssey. We actually Sebastian and I, we both have a project right now, and we're finalists on that one. So I'm excited to hear about Sebastian's stuff later. We made this music video a year ago, and one thing was very important for us. We didn't just want to make music with AI and then make a music video for an artist that didn't exist. So we teamed up with a real person, a real artist, because we wanted to support it. We're like, okay, we're doing AI, but let's do it ethically. Like, find someone that we can support, someone that doesn't have millions of dollars to make a music video for them. And this was my first project.
Yes.
With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh. With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh. With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh. With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh.
I race out everywhere I pull up. Back in the minivan, my nigga shot a roll up. Yeah. Trench coat 3 high, standing on my shoulders. Yeah. Top of the mountain, yeah, bitch, I'm golden. I'ma need roses. By the time I'm done, tipping my toes in. Love hearts just to keep y'all posted. And I keep the thing loaded, like ooh, ooh. Pop another bottle, don't miss this. Running to the phone on lips, bitch. Sweating on the floor like drip, 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 drip.
Devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh. With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh. With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh. With the devil on my shoulders, shoulders, oh.
When I got game, now you just play rookie. Yeah, nothing on me, dry, you just run pussy. Yeah, you wild for that, okay, yeah, my mind's on it, okay, yeah, my time, come on.
I don't know where I'm going, I know where I've been though. Keep the door open just in case it's where the wind blows. Yeah, you know sometimes I wish it did.
This is how I'm supposed to go. She never even wasn't
Big step, big red bitch, my stance on equal ladder. Defense deep, yo, speaking like it's beef and chatter. Ain't a promo, no, cut it solo, yeah. Big picture, crease a photo, that's the way it go. Yeah, I got game, no, y'all just play rookie. Yeah, nothing on me, dry, y'all just run pussy. Yeah, you wild for that, okay, yeah, my mind's on it, okay, yeah, my time coming.
Thanks.
I like that shot at the end. I left that in intentionally because that was where AI was at. That car all of a sudden turns into this mini Cooper or whatever vehicle. And that's where it was. It was just really hard to get consistency. And I felt it was so charming. This particular project took 2 weeks with 5 people. And what happened next, we did not expect. We got Best Hip Hop Music Video at Project Odyssey, and we got featured in Forbes magazine. And from there, many more projects were created. I'm just gonna play a couple of them and explain what happened next. So the left one on the bottom was a commercial I did for Hypnotic for Curious Refuge. If you don't know it, look it up. It's a community of AI filmmakers, and you can actually learn the courses and do the course and learn about AI and how to use the tools. And they have competitions. So I submitted and I won 3rd place. The upper right shows G-Pigs, my horror short. that I did for also a Curious Refuge competition, horror competition, and won second place. Below, you just saw a Fit and Easy commercial that I did with Matt together with Pluto Studios and John Weston Group. On the lower right, you see Garbage Person, which is a comedy short that we did, and it was a festival favorite, an encore film at AI Film 3 Festival, and Best Composition winner. I believe the successes that I've had and where I'm going right now would not have been possible if it was not about the storytelling. All the projects that I do focus on good story. I'm not just creating trailers, I'm not just do gimmicky things. I actually want to hone my craft, use what I've learned in traditional filmmaking. And that's why it is so important with what you learn and what you've done, you know, decades of your life, to bring that to AI. To make it an art form that actually tells valuable stories. And so with this, I signed with Secret Level in the US. It's a AI studio. They were responsible for the Coca-Cola commercials, the Christmas commercials that came out. Stories AG in Switzerland, Irrational in France, and I have a long-standing collaboration with Matt, with Pluto Studios in Poland. The last project that I've just finished aired and premiered at Sundance Film Festival 2 weeks ago. It is called Freeland and Peltier. It was a documentary where we did the AI reenactments in it. And it should come out fairly soon, but it was such a beautiful process to talk to the filmmakers, understand what they wanted. And we worked together with the APA, the Archival Producers Alliance, to ethically create the B-roll and the reenactments. And currently, I wish I could talk about it a little bit more, but I wanted to give a little snippet of information about it. I am working on a project that is 34 minutes of realistic animation, which people that are in the AI space know what that means. That's a lot. I'm heading a team of amazing artists, and I think one of them is actually in the audience today. Mark, if you're here, raise your hand. So this guy is doing the most incredible imagery and visuals, and I'm so excited for you to see it. I can't tell when, but I'm going to say, if you're going to a festival where people speak French in April, you might see it there. No idea which festival I'm talking about. The interesting thing about this project is, going back to workflows, we had to implement a whole new workflow because of the three characters we're using that are based on real people. We had to de-age the people. We had to train Loras, which I'm talking about in a second. And what you don't know is that AI control is hard to achieve. And you have to implement some workflows in order to get that control. Character consistency, environment consistency, and some of it I will talk about it. So for me, it was very exciting to see what's new, what tech can I use. And it is literally changing every week, or actually every day. Every day I'm looking and I'm like, guys, we need to use this tool. We need to do this. Let's implement that in Comfy UI. Let's do this. Because there's constantly new things happening. These are the tools. Usually people ask me, what tools did you use? These are the tools that I'm using mostly. LTX is, of course, one of them. Thank you, Nevo. LTX makes your life easier. So if you've never used AI, this will make you understand and broaden your horizon because it just is so low entry, you do not have to code. So if you're scared of it, try LTX, talk to the guys here, and just try it out outside. It's gonna blow your mind. Now, all of these tools are different kind of tools. LTX has a whole pipeline from script to screen, basically. There's some text to image, image to video, text to video. All of those are on there. And if you have questions about them, you can ask me later. Let's go to the next slide. Workflows. Let's talk about workflows. Now, I want to show two examples to kind of like make you understand how I work in my process. The first case study is G-Pigs. That was the one that you saw in the upper right corner. It is a horror movie. I usually don't do horror, but I thought, why not?
Exactly.
Can't be that hard. No, it is hard, but especially in AI, prompting bad things happening to people is very, very hard because AI tools have guardrails. And you have to really sit down with the tool and say, Runway, Luma, Minimax, let's work with me. I need to drown a child. Can you please make it happen? And then some of them are like, what the fuck? No, we're not going to let you do anything to a child. I'm like, but it's a revenge story. I need to make this happen. And then you're figuring out tools. Then you get really, really weird stuff. You're like, I didn't want to go that far. Not so much violence, but it is very interesting what you can do and what you can't do and how to work around it to tell story. Now, with this particular workflow, I want to show you how I usually work. So, starts with a story, starts with a script, starts with a storyboard, as usual. Now then, from the storyboard, you can content reference, for instance, the image in a tool like Midjourney, Leonardo, Fal, or ComfUI, and create an image that kind of like has the same structure, the same composition, if you want to. Then you upscale the image in Topaz Labs, Magnific, just to get a better resolution out of it. You animate it. There's many tools for that. I showed them before, and you can ask me about them. And then you lip sync. Now, this project was created 2 days before Runway Act 1 came out. Yeah, I just heard chuckling. So Runway Act 1 is amazing in lip syncing. You know what was not amazing before Runway Act 1? Lip syncing. So I'm going to show you what the video was that we sent out to Curious Refuge, the competition, and then I ran it again 2 days later.
Right.
So first one, without Runway Act 1.
Wait a second.
Sorry for drowning children. You can watch the whole short. It's going to play at the middle monitor over there. So that was before Runway Act 1, and then now I'm going to show you the example with Runway Act 1.
Yeah. Say sure. But
Quiet. Quiet.
so you for should be raised.
Did anybody see the difference?
Did up to you.
It takes your whole face, your whole expression, and it is on point, which is what we're aiming for, because we don't want to create some uncanny stuff that is totally weird and totally out of sync. So Runway Act 1 uses your own video as a driving video. So y'all can become actors now. Isn't it great? New career. Now, the second case study I want to show you is Lora training. For any science nerd, here is the description of really complicated explained. I'm gonna put it in my own words. Think of it as when you train an AI model and you start from scratch, you have to teach it everything, like how the world works. We don't do that with Lora training. We say, hey, AI model, keep all of your ideas of how a tree looks like and how a horse looks like, but also, when I say Will Smith 567 cloud, you're gonna give me Will Smith. Will Smith's face and his body. Now, how do I do that? I feed the AI with some images, some data to train it. I will say, okay, I'm gonna give you the trigger word, Will Smith 567 cloud, because it can't just be Will Smith, because there's gonna be a lot of Will Smiths out there in this tool, so let's call it something that nobody else calls it. And whenever I do that, that is what I get. So basically, because we're using this right now in our workflow, in our project, and I can't show anything, but I was so excited about this. So I wanted to show you like a little glimpse of what it does and how it works. So you're training the data, you train the AI with the data, and then once you have this trigger word, you also get a path, a link. You put that link in, you put the trigger word in, and you say, Will Smith 567 cloud eats ice cream, is on a basketball court, is on a bouncy house. Very happy things, actually. Very different from the thing that you just saw, killing kids. So I guess that's me trying to redeem myself. So now, when you have an image with just one person, that's what you do. When you have an image, and we're dealing with that a lot, and you know, Mark, you know, where you have an image where there's 3 people in the image. And all of those 3 people are people that we know. And they have to match, and they have to look like they need to look. In every image, character consistency. Then you use it once, Will Smith, 567 cloud. You train another Lora on whoever, Adrian, 789, table. And I inpaint, which is basically erasing what I'm seeing over here and just saying, hey, I pop Adrian over there. You do the thing, the same with the third one. And then you have the image. So it is still a process. AI is not, I click on one button and it's gonna make the perfect picture. No, it's not. And then you go to the usual workflow that I showed you earlier. Another way of doing this is text to video. There's tools like Onion, Minimax, Kling, Pika. They basically take one image of the character, and that's what it is trained on, basically. It takes one image and it creates a video of whatever you want. Now, here's the issue if you just have one video. It's not always good. It's not always consistent, because that guy in the video might change direction. It looks like to the left, to the right, and all of a sudden, Will Smith doesn't look like Will Smith anymore. So training in Lora gives you more control. Now, a lot of people kind of like don't know the difference between deepfakes and, for instance, Lora training. So I want to explain it for a second. So deepfakes take an existing video. The AI tracks the face and replaces it. Now with the Lora training, we want to create the shot from scratch. We're not using something that was already there. We want to compose a shot. We want to compose the action, the animation, and the person that we want. So it really depends on what you need for your workflow. Gotta start this game to decide on which tool you're using. Now, I wanted to show a little bit of what it means in video. So I thought to myself, okay, Will Smith, best show ever I grew up with, Prince of Bel-Air. So I asked myself, what if will never made it to Bel Air.
I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me.
That was a lie. She never did that.
Cynthia. You went to jail.
So sad. Would be a very short check. Or Prison Break meets Will Smith, the Prince of Bel Air. Would be a cool show, actually. I'm gonna pitch that. Now, I wanna bust some myths because those are the questions and the concerns I hear a lot of times. And please, after this, come up to me, talk to me about those things because I'm very passionate of explaining why. For instance, AI is not replacing movies. AI and technology itself and entertainment has always gone hand in hand. Think about Jurassic Park, where they created mind-blowing CG together with practicals. Or Avatar, James Cameron, that had camera systems created in order to tell the story. AI is an extension of that. AI is not taking away your job. There is a very good quote that Ben Affleck said in one of his interviews. AI is kind of like a craftsman. Craft is knowing how to start. Art is knowing when to stop. And that's what an artist does. They know when art is art and not go any further. But here's the thing. Yes, jobs are gonna be changing. And people that are too scared to use it will be replaced, not by AI, but by people that know how to use the tools. Think of it as when editors hand edited, and then the computers came. Avid came, Final Cut. Now we have CapCut. I don't know how to edit in CapCut. I can't do that on my phone. But there were sure some editors, they were like, I just want to edit, with my hand, old school. I don't want to, computers are going to take away our jobs. There are still a lot of editors. But those editors probably work now in archival, or in archives, but definitely could not make that transition to digital filmmaking. So just be aware of that and try out the tools and see that you will keep your job. You just have to learn a new tool. And that brings me to the next thing. The future of storytelling is adaptable. Learn the tools, try them out. Ask questions. Ask the dumb questions. There are no dumb questions. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Because this industry is changing so fast every day, nobody knows what's gonna happen. We're all just trying to understand those tools and create an amazing content talking about what we've experienced and learning and sharing that. But in the end, we're all in the same boat. So don't be afraid to ask questions because you can literally, if you work yourself into the tools today, and I go on vacation for 2 months, you might know more about it than I do. Because it's literally every day new tools are coming out. So it's leveling the playing field for everyone. And if you want to be part of it, you're gonna be part of it. And most importantly, and that is something I feel like is a misconception that with AI, you only need one person. Yeah, it's gonna be a burned out person because it is a lot. It is a lot to make, I can tell you that. Collaboration is so key, especially between traditional filmmaking. You guys know how to tell story, but you know how it works. What if you can fuse with technologists, with people that understand that? Think of visual effects and CGI. When that happened, what did we do? We were like, oh, let's get this CGI person. They're amazing. They know what they're doing. It didn't replace any of the stuff, but it actually made the process faster, more cost efficient, and honestly also more fun. It is still a playing ground. We're all like little kids in the sandbox right now. We're like, every day is Christmas, and we're like, oh my God, new tool, let's figure it out. And then we miserably fail, which is also something that I want to definitely point out. You will try things out and like, this sucks. Like, do I suck? Does the tool suck? Maybe it's both. Who knows? But you only can get better from here. So try it out, collaborate with people. The AI community is such a beautiful community where you can ask questions and you will get an answer and you will get support. Because again, we're little kids in a sandbox. If you need a shovel, tell me, I'm gonna give you 2. And if you still want to hate AI, there's only one thing left to say.
We're out.
Thank you.